10 o'clock and I'd like to call, I'm ready. I started, you told me what to say. Oh, it's 10 o'clock and I'd like to call the meeting to order. Good morning, everybody. And I will turn it over to Dr. Burnham to confirm access.
As a preliminary matter, this is Dr. Burnham, Superintendent of Schools. I will do a roll call to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Chairperson Bertrand?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Archambault?
Yes.
Secretary Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lehtinen?
Yes.
And Ms. Shapiro not with us this morning. And that's all we anticipate on the meeting. Thank you. I'll turn it back over to you now, Mrs. Bertrand.
Excellent. Thank you. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and will be broadcast over Lunenburg Public Access Channel at a later time, and this meeting of the Lunenburg School Committee is being conducted remotely. The town of Lunenburg, in response to the COVID-19 coronavirus, is currently following the guidance from the Lunenburg Board of Health, Massachusetts Department of Public Health, and the CDC regarding the virus and steps communities can take to prevent the spread, and all town facilities are currently closed to the public. In accordance with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GL 30A Section 20, all public meetings are being conducted remotely. The order, which you can find posted on the town website on the COVID-19 Information Center page, accessed through the town manager's webpage, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment. For this meeting, the Lunenburg School Committee is convening by telephone conference, video conference via Zoom app, as posted on the town website identifying how the public may join. For Zoom meetings, please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Meeting business ground rules. We are turning over to the first item on the agenda now. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I, Wendy Bertrand, the chair, will introduce each item on the agenda. After we conclude remarks, the chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, question, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in colloquy with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. For items with public comment, after members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment as follows. The chair will ask members of the public who wish to speak to identify their names and addresses. I will call on each by their name and afford up to 3 minutes for any comments. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted via roll call vote. So, first item on our agenda today is permission to post. So Dr. Burnham, if you.
Do we, excuse me,
Comment?
do we have public comment first?
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. It's not my.
Yes, it's on the agenda, public comment.
Public item, yes, public comment for agenda items. Please, my apologies. Anyone has public comment?
I don't see any.
I don't see any. Relating to agenda items. Now, permission to post.
Okay, so the only item on this meeting's agenda is the permission to post. It's the same permission to post that we discussed at Wednesday evening's meeting. There was a concern raised at the very end of the meeting that the revised agenda was in fact not posted. Following the conclusion of our meeting Wednesday night, I went up to Town Hall and in fact it was not posted. What appeared to have happened, we typically send the agendas for post to two folks up at Town Hall. One apparently was on vacation unbeknownst to us last week, and the other had left the office at 2 o'clock. The revised agenda was sent up at 2:23. So therefore it did not post either electronically or out on the main board outside of Town Hall. So to avoid any issues, we're simply holding this meeting again to discuss that one item that was added to that revised agenda, and that is this position. This position is an evening position. It's an hourly unbenefited position. This position will serve both the school department and the town to be responsible for scheduling, managing, and moderating any of the remote nightly meetings, as well as training any new users as to how to operate with Zoom. Through the end of this calendar year, through the end of December, this will be grant funded through the CARES Act funding. After that point, it would be funded through the local budget.
Do any of the members have any questions regarding this position? Just, I'll make a comment. Having had some issues on some of our Zoom meetings, I think that this is an excellent idea. It just gives us that facilitation necessary. And I know other staff members who've been present on meetings have, you know, at the 11th hour jumped in to moderate to be helpful, but that's, you know, that's tough for them, especially if they're on a meeting, you know, not in that role. So, and the expectation, I asked this the other night, but just for clarity again, the expectation is that the cost between December and June would be shared between
Yes.
the town and schools.
Yes, this would not be a position that would be fully funded by the school department.
If there are no other questions, I will take a motion for approval of this permission to post. Ms. Kelly?
This is Laura Kelly, and I'd like to put forth a motion for the permission to post the remote meeting coordinator.
Second? Ms. Archambault?
This is Carol Archambault, and I would second that motion.
Ready for roll call? Mrs. Archambault,
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Lehtinen,
Yes.
and Mrs. Bertrand.
Yes.
Thank you.
Then if we're moving on, new business, I don't believe we have.
This is the only item on
Any
the agenda.
new
The only thing we have left on the agenda would be public comment.
Public comment, yes. Do we have any public comment? And that would be open to anything that the school committee governs.
I'm
Not seeing any. All right. Then I will take a motion to adjourn. Mr. Lehtinen,
This is Brian Lehtinen. I'll make a motion to adjourn at 10:09 a.m.
a second. Ms. Archambault?
This is Carol Archambault. I will second that motion.
Roll call. Mrs. Archambault,
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Lehtinen,
Yes.
and Mrs. Bertrand.
Yes.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks,
Have a great
everybody.
day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.